Our top story: 2 years after reports claim that the government pressed the panic button over movement of 2 army units, there is confirmation from a former top army official, Lieutenant General A.K. Chaudhary, who was the Director General of Military Operations (DGMO) in the year 2012 January, has confirmed that there was alarm at the highest levels of the UPA government in mid-January 2012 over the movement of 2 army units near New Delhi. The general's revelations really coming 2 years after that, in fact, seem to have happened. The coup fears surface amidst extreme mistrust between the government and the then Army Chief General V.K. Singh over the age row. Lieutenant General Chaudhary reveals that he was summoned by the Defence Secretary Shashikant Sharma shortly before midnight. Now, Chaudhary says he was told to immediately send the troops back and file a report to the government, which he did the very next day. Both the Defence Minister A.K. Antony and former Army Chief General V.K. Singh had rubbished the coup fears. Shiv Arur, Deputy Editor Strategic Affairs, now joins me on the phone line. Shiv, this confirmation coming 2 years after that alleged near coup took place.
And from the officer, who was actually summoned by the Defence Ministry, the very next day,
Yes.
Vedika. So this is, literally from the horse's mouth. This officer, in this, admittedly explosive revelation, has basically said that he was summoned very late in the night by the Defence Secretary Shashikant Sharma, who is currently the Controller Auditor General, and Defence Secretary Sharma basically said he was coming back from the highest seat of power, and that and that people were really worried, which is an extremely candid affirmation to make, because remember, Vedika, at the time when the report in the Indian Express had first come out, and if you remember, it was a full front page report on this, in which the editor-in-chief of the Indian Express, Shekhar Gupta, had also taken a byline. The blowback was immediate and extremely robust, where the government had completely rubbished these fears. A.K. Antony had gone on record to say that we have full faith in the army. There is never any doubts about their intentions. Even General V.K. Singh, who was the army chief at that time, despite taking the government to court on the age row, had said this was a fable of a sick mind. But now, with Lieutenant General A.K. Chaudhary's admission, that the Defence Secretary had actually told him about the worries within the government, you've got the first confirmation and affirmation of something that the government has been denying for 2 years, which is that there was alarm within the highest seat of government, Vedika, which demonstrates actually 2 things. A, that the level of hostility and distrust between the government and General V.K. Singh at that time was unbelievably high. It's impossible to fathom right now just how hostile these 2 parties were, towards each other in the midst of the age row. So what you have now is the most candid confession, admission so far about the level of paranoia that had actually afflicted the relationship between the civil and the military at that time.
Also, Shiv, a very interesting statement coming in from the former DGMO. He had said that there was immaturity on both sides. Confusion was created due to mistrust due to 2 individuals. There was a communication gap. For the benefit of our viewership, just take us through who these 2 individuals he seems to be talking about are.
Well, I'm sure that he's either talking about 2 individuals or 2 sides. If he was talking about 2 sides, he's obviously talking about General V.K. Singh and the government. If he was talking about 2
individuals... In fact, Shiv, I will have to interrupt you there. I believe Lieutenant General A.K. Chaudhary, former DGMO, is also on the phone line with us. Sir, thank you so much for speaking with us, Lieutenant General. My first question to you is, what can you tell us about the movements of those 2 units 2 years ago?
See, I've already clarified that it was a very normal training, movement and exercise which takes place. So it should not have been construed for any other reason.
Lieutenant General, you went on to also say that there was confusion and that was created by 2 individuals really. There was distrust between 2 individuals. Who are you really talking about here?
So I do not know, but the issue is that there was confusion, otherwise such a news wouldn't have come out. So obviously there was confusion in the mind, which was avoidable. That's what I have said. And had it been asked from us, we would have clarified it the first time.
I believe Lieutenant General Shiv Arur, Deputy Editor, also has a question for you. Shiv, go ahead.
General Chaudhary, good morning. This is Shiv Arur. Thanks for speaking to Headlines today, sir. You've described in this interview that you were asked, you had a conversation with the Defence Secretary, the then Defence Secretary that night. Could you just tell us about that conversation, sir? Apparently, he told you that there were people worried in the highest seat of government.
No, firstly, it was not on that night. It was in the next night.
Yes, yes.
And secondly, they just asked me what's happening. So I explained to them that these are normal exercises and you need not worry about it at all. And that's how, once I explained to them how the exercises take place, they were quite satisfied, and then the next day the matter was closed.
General Chaudhary, why do you think there was alarm or worry within the seats of power? In your opinion, why do you think they were worried?
Yeah, why I said that, because otherwise I would be called to ask as to what is happening, because these are very normal events. These take place almost every day, and they are in touch with us every day for everything. So if there was any question, they could have got it clarified at the functional level always. So that is why I said that there could have been some confusion or perceptual differences.
Do you think that the level of distrust and paranoia, because of the atmospherics going around, beyond the army chief's own case against the government, had reached such an unacceptably high level that this distrust was allowed to cloud judgment within the government, General?
No, I won't be able to comment on that issue. I just said that since the military operations and the Indian Army very professional way of functioning, so we only dealt with exercises, training and various preparations. So this was one of the part of the exercises which normally takes place, and that is why I mentioned this.
But General, the government's worries and fears have never been, have never led to them actually questioning the movement of troops or units, for a normal routine planned exercise. So what would explain their alarm this time?
Yeah, that explanation I won't be able to say anything, because obviously they were given some inputs which were not appreciated correctly, or they were incorrect inputs, or probably there are differences in the understanding, and that is why it would have taken place, which I said was completely avoidable if it would have been checked back with us the moment they got any such information.
Do you think the intelligence agencies had a major role to play in creating this perception, sir?
Could have been, because if they gave that information, it would have been proper to ask us on that information from somebody to confirm it. Then, later, once it was asked from us and it was confirmed, the whole thing finished off.
In your opinion, General, just have a last few questions. In your opinion, could the timing have been better as far as this exercise is concerned, given the charged atmosphere already?
So such exercises by formation commanders are done, planned earlier, and they have their own methods of doing exercises. Actually, we don't even ask them. So this obviously would have been planned earlier. This exercise couldn't have taken place on the, having been planned on the same day. It would have been planned a few days earlier, or maybe a month earlier in some discussion. And they would have done that exercises to take out timings, etc. So therefore, if something happened at a later stage, then to put two and two together would be wrong. So we in professional exercises don't know what is going to happen. So these are planned exercises, and these are very normal. They're small units moving from one place to another, etc. These are exercises conducted by the formation. So I don't think that we could have connected it in any way between our exercise.
General Chaudhary, last couple of questions. You talk about how this entire situation actually arose because of deep distrust between two individuals. We know one of them is General V.K. Singh, and I mean there are several possible others. Could you clarify for our viewers who you are referring to by these two individuals who distrusted each other so much, sir?
No, I wouldn't be able to say who were the individuals who were having mistrust or differences. But obviously there were differences between the quarters where they took it in this manner, and then you were checking back in official exercises. So they should not have been really correlated.
Sir, as the top operations man at Army headquarters at the time, could you just give us a sense, just give us a sense in your professional opinion, about the relationship between the civil and the military during this very crucial phase when there was this apparent breakdown in trust, sir?
Well, it was a very normal thing. There was no breakdown of communication. Normal operational issues were going on as it is with the coordination was always happening. But on this matter, why I said that they could not get back with us. We are very professional. We would have answered it correctly and then it would have been finished. So therefore, in this matter, nobody checked back with us before it came out.
And do you think that what has happened subsequently has settled this matter, sir, and that the relationship between the army and the civil, robust as it is, it will never go back to that phase, because that is something that has troubled people across the country?
Yeah, it's very well settled, and the army, as I told you earlier, it's a very professional army, and there is it's very well settled, and there is no problems at all.
And General, can you also clarify once for us, that night when it was revealed that there was alarm and worry within the government, what went through your mind when you heard about that? So, because as a professional soldier and a general, you're used to a very disciplined relationship between the civil and the military. Could you just tell us what went through your mind at that time when you were told that there was worry within the system?
Yeah, the only thing I thought that obviously there is a communication gap which I must clarify. So I clarified it to them and made them understand that that is how it works out here. And I'm happy that they then understood. My worry was only that this could have been done earlier before they thought of any such eventuality.
And could you just tell us, for the benefit of our viewers, what you told the Defence Secretary when he asked you for a report? Could you just tell us what sort of explanation was provided to the government and whether they were satisfied with that explanation, sir?
Yeah, I just said that this was a very normal mobilization and exercises, training exercises which take place very often, and these are the areas when they can do these exercises, so they do it. It is not to be informed to us because these are the normal directives which are issued for training. They do that, and that smaller exercises, they don't inform us. We inform only when there is a larger exercises closer to the border, then we are informed, and then that is how it is informed to the governments, the other countries as much. For these exercises, we don't inform each other. There is no requirement because the formation commanders at lower levels, they do their exercises. And this was one of them, and once I explained to them, they understood it.
General, just last question. General VK Singh has tweeted a couple of reactions since your interviews appeared this morning. He said, saw a report by Indian Express, hilarious front page justification of coup confirms who cooked up routine movement to denigrate army. Indian Express confirms hand of senior bureaucrat linked to Chandigarh think tank in this episode to tarnish me. All involved in such plots benefited. Basically, General VK Singh is saying this is a conspiracy. This was something that was done to basically frame him. How would you react to that allegation, sir? This is something that General VK Singh has said before as well.
So I won't be able to comment on that issue. As I said, since as a military operations man, you are purely a professional man with operational duties. And therefore, we don't get involved in their any personal differences of sort. So therefore, it was completely professional activity which took place.
Final question, General. How disturbed were you by this entire episode? As you said, you're a disciplined and a soldier with an illustrious career. How disturbed were you by this specific incident and the atmosphere at that time at large and the things that were said between both sides, sir?
Yeah, no, I was not disturbed on these issues. I was only feeling that since we are as much a part of the whole system, where if there was any inputs received from any agency, it should have been confirmed from me and confirmed from our directorate, and that's how it should have been done. which was done at a later stage, which I felt bad that we are as much, we are the most nationalistic army in the world, and we are most professional, one of the most professional armies in the world, and therefore it should have been asked from us if there was any clarification required before thinking of anything else.
Have you been in touch with General VK Singh? Have you exchanged your thoughts with him, sir?
No, I've been out actually. No, I have not been in touch for the last two years.
And do you feel that the very negative time, sir, when its relationship was being questioned all the time?
I'm sorry?
Do you believe that the army has, been able to emerge from that very uncomfortable time when its relationship with the civil administration was constantly being questioned every day?
Yeah. You see, it has not affected the army. Army is beyond this. Our officers, men, and all are very professional. So this was a passing phase. It went off immediately. It has not affected the army in their functional manner at all.
General Chaudhary, thank you very much for speaking to Headlines today. I'm going to hand you back to Vedika now.
Shiv, do stay with us. I believe we also have Major General G.D. Bakshi joining us on the phone line. General, my first question, what do you make of the statements made by the former DGMO who just spoke with Headlines today?
No, but he has said what is already very well known, that this exercise was planned earlier. I mean, it is just that some other agencies and possibly the ministry started, establishing linkages which were totally unwarranted. And I repeat and I re-emphasize, that was around the 15th of January Army Day, when as it is, about 20,000 troops are available in New Delhi itself for the Republic Day Parade, for the Army Day Parade, including mechanized elements.
But General, what is clear is from what he has said that there was a huge trust deficit between the army and the defense ministry at that point in time.
No, the trust deficit means if the civilians start going paranoid for no rhyme or reason, I mean, what can be done? What can be done? I mean, then you will stop having Republic Day Parade. You will stop having the Army Day Parade. There are about 10,000, troops in the two brigades that are posted within Delhi, at the Red Fort and in the cantonment. So, if you have to stage a coup, it stands to reason, do you have to get troops from outside? When troops are available in plenty, on a normal day, about 10,000 troops are available in Delhi, and around the Republic Day, about 20,000 plus troops would be available sitting in Delhi.
All right, Major General G.D. Bakshi. Yes, we get a point there, sir.
There is a reason to spook yourself with all this. It just shows states of mind.
All right, General, thank you so much for speaking with Headlines today. There you have General G.D. Bakshi denying that any such reported coup took place 2 years ago.